welcome back everyone. You already know who this is, and you already see the title. And it was about time that I did this video because I don't know about you guys, but 2024 was a chaotic year, and not in a good way. But I will say I got quite a few figures and model kits this year, which I did unboxing videos for almost every single one of them, and they're all up on my YouTube channel right now, so you can go view them whenever you want to. And without further ado everyone, we're just gonna go straight into this list. No honorable mentions, no dishonorable mention. We're just gonna go straight into this top 10 list. And here we go, my top 10 figures of 2024. I'm gonna try to keep this real quick and simple for you guys. And starting off with number 10 is this guy right here, the SH Figuarts Son Goku from Dragon Ball Daima. Pretty basic figure, nothing crazy. Still pretty tiny figure, not gonna lie, but great sculpt, great paint, great accessories, and decent articulation. But I say decent, but I mean it's a pretty small figure, so that's just the nature of it. You can't really blame it on this figure, but nonetheless, nothing too crazy about this guy. Pretty basic figure, but they did a good job on the sculpt, paint, and everything. Great accessories, lots of different dynamics and poses you can do with the accessories. And yeah, that's number 10, the SH Figuarts Son Goku Mini from Dragon Ball Daima. On to number 9. And so number 9 goes to the SH Figuarts Carnage from Venom Let There Be Carnage. And this guy, the only reason why this guy is at number 9, simply because this guy is very loose. That is my only nitpick with this guy. If it wasn't for that, he would be much higher, because trust me, this guy is awesome. It's just he's very loose, so you'll have to use some stands to hold him up in a pose. But nonetheless, this guy is awesome. His sculpt, paint, detail, awesome work from Tamashii Nation. To the accessories, beautiful amount of accessories, just beautiful. The tentacles, the back tentacles, everything, the head sculpts, all the different weapons they can display on him, on his arm, on his tentacles. Just awesome work. I just wish he wasn't so loose, but nonetheless, this figure is awesome. But I have to give him the number 9 spot, mainly because of how loose he is. But nonetheless, I have stands, so I'm good on that. So I don't have to worry too much about that, since I already have stands that I'm going to use for this guy when I'm going to display him. But nonetheless, number 9 goes to the SH Figuarts Carnage from Venom Let There Be Carnage. On to number 8. And number 8 goes to the SH Figuarts Ultra Instinct Goku. This guy is awesome. Beautiful sculpt, beautiful paint, beautiful detail on this guy. Look at the shading, look at the sculpt, just look at the detail. Beautiful work done by Tamashii Nations. And he comes with an energy effect, a Kamehameha energy effect, which is an absolute must for me. Beautiful range of accessories, awesome figure to have, beautiful articulation, very fun to have, very fun release. And he was just reissued, which is literally how I got this guy, but he was just recently reissued, so if you haven't yet, definitely go pick up this guy if you're a Dragon Ball fan. This guy's an absolute must for me. Definitely earns the number 8 spot for me. And so moving on to number 7. Alright, and number 7 goes to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla from Godzilla -1. An absolute awesome figure to have. Expensive, yes, but the detail on this guy is just magnificent, man. The paint is really good too, in my opinion. I know some people don't really like the paint on this guy, but to me, it's perfect enough, honestly. I'm not really too big on the paint. To me, it's perfect enough. And really good articulation, sculpt, just beautiful sculpt and detail. And he is expensive, yes, but Man, this guy completely blew my mind when I unboxed this, when I did his unboxing video. And I'm a big fan of this design of Godzilla. Literally my #1 favorite design. Because as I said before, my #1 design for Godzilla used to be the Godzilla the Ride design. And this guy is pretty much an updated version of said design. So, of course, this guy's going to be my new #1 design. But nonetheless, this figure definitely earns the #7 spot. Just wish he came with some accessories, which he did, but nonetheless, I'm super happy to have this guy. And yeah, definitely earns the #7 spot for me. Alright, and #6 goes to the SH Figuarts Beast Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Just like with Godzilla -1, beautiful sculpt, beautiful paint, beautiful articulation and detail. Just beautiful, man. And but unlike Godzilla -1, he comes with accessories and a good amount of it. Even his own special beam cannon, a literal energy effect part accessory. Just an absolute must, man. And right now he's posed with it, and just beautiful job done by Tamashii Nation for this guy. Definitely earns the #6 spot for me on my list. Amazing sculpt, amazing paint, amazing articulation. You cannot go wrong with this guy. He is expensive now with aftermarket and all that, but nonetheless, I don't know what's going on with my cat. She's having the zoomies again. But anyways, #6 definitely goes to the SH Figuarts Beast Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Moving on to #5, and here we go with the interesting part of this list. Alright, and #5 goes to Hiya Toys Energized Godzilla from Godzilla Kong the New Empire. And I cannot tell you guys enough how perfect, how ridiculously perfect the sculpt is on this guy. Hiya Toys does not miss out. They do not miss on a sculpt for their figures, for their Godzilla figures. Because this sculpt, just beautiful, man. The sculpt alone on this guy is what carries this figure to the #5 spot. I'm not even joking. And the paint, detail, beautiful work, man. Such a fun figure to have. Not many accessories. Detail, articulation is pretty good too. But what really carries this figure for me, again, is the sculpt. The ridiculous amount of detail on this guy. The sculpt, ridiculously perfect, man. I don't know how they did it, but Hiya Toys, they do not miss with their sculpt. And that handedly carried this figure into the #5 spot for me. And just an awesome figure to have. The paint on this guy just really shines on this guy. A really fun figure to have. And at the time of recording this, Evolved Godzilla still hasn't shipped yet, but man, I can't wait for that figure. But nonetheless, #5 has to go to Hiya Toys Energized Godzilla from Godzilla Kong the New Empire. Moving on to #4. And #4 goes to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Dragon Ball GT. I don't know about you guys, but Super Saiyan 4 has always been my favorite Goku transformation for me. And Tamashii Nations did not miss out on this guy. They did not miss, because beautiful sculpt, beautiful detail, beautiful paint job, great articulation, and would you look at that? He comes with an energy effect, a ×10 Kamehameha effect part. Just an absolute must for me. Effect parts are always an absolute must for Tamashii Nations because they're just so fun to have and you can do so much with them. And as you can see, Goku's ready to fire off his ×10 Kamehameha at Grade 8 Baby Vegeta. And admittedly, this is kind of a biased figure list for me because as I just said, Super Saiyan 4 is my personal favorite transformation for Goku, and he's a simple release, this figure, just like Ultra Instinct. But nonetheless, Tamashii Nations did a great job on this guy, and again, Super Saiyan 4 is my personal favorite Goku transformation. So to me, he definitely earns the number 4 spot, which is kind of fitting. Super Saiyan 4, Goku earns the number 4 spot. So yeah, on to number 3. And now moving on to the top 3 list. And number 3 goes to the Demoniacal Fit Martialist Forever, aka Son Goku. You guys do not understand how beautiful this figure is, man. I don't know how they did it, but just look at that, man. The sculpt is really what makes it for this guy. I don't know how they did it, but it is so insanely anime accurate. I don't know how they did it, but it's insanely accurate. I already talked a lot about that on my unboxing video of this guy, which is up on my channel, obviously, but nonetheless, this guy is easily my best Dragon Ball figure out of my entire collection of Dragon Ball. This guy's my number 1 figure for Dragon Ball. Just a beautifully done figure, and you just cannot go wrong with this guy, man. I highly recommend Demoniacal Fit. They absolutely shocked me with this guy. This is my first ever Demoniacal Fit, and I'm definitely going to purchase some more from them in the future. Just beautiful work done from you guys, Demoniacal Fit, and absolutely earns the number 3 spot. Not many accessories, well, still a good amount of accessories. Sculpt, just beautiful on this guy, and yeah, definitely earns the number 3 spot. Moving on to number 2, and number 2, second place has to go to the SH Figuarts Venom from Venom Let There Be Carnage. This guy is such a fun figure to have. Such beautiful articulation on this guy. Just literally the best articulation out of any figure from my entire collection. This guy is number 1 when it comes to articulation. Beautiful sculpt, beautiful detail, good paint. And I say good because there is some purple on him. You can't see it obviously, but with some lighting, if you had him in person, you could see the purple a little bit. But I'm not really too mad about that. And besides, we're literally about to get the Last Dance version of this guy, which actually fixes that. So, but that's gonna release next year in May or April, whatever it was. But nonetheless, this guy right here, such a fun figure to have. So fun to pose around. Articulation is literally perfect. It's not stiff, it's not loose, it's literally perfect. And man, this guy is so fun to have, and I'm super happy to have this guy in my collection. Just an awesome figure to have. Great accessories too. You cannot go wrong with this figure. If you're a Marvel fan, or if you're a fan of Venom like me, specifically Sony's Venom, I'm a fan of the comics too. Although I'm not too big on the comics as much, but I'm a huge fan of Sony's Venom, the Venom trilogy. Easily my number 1 favorite trilogy, and I'm super happy to have this guy in my collection. Absolutely earns the number 2 spot for me. Just a fun figure to have overall. You cannot go wrong with this guy. Number 2 goes to Venom by Tamashii Nations from Venom Let There Be Carnage. And so, on to the number 1 spot on this list. And the number 1 spot, my number 1 best figure of 2024, absolutely has to go to the Tamashii Nations Soul of Shokogan Mazinger Z 50th anniversary one. This figure is a literal definition of a perfect figure. And I am not even hyping this guy up or joking at all. I am serious when I say this. This guy is literal perfection when it comes to figures. The sculpt, paint, detail, articulation, everything, there are accessories, everything about this guy is so insanely perfect. Just a perfect figure, man. Insanely accurate to the anime design. Just beautiful figure to have. And very heavy too, very sturdy. He can stand on his own. Not stiff, not loose, perfect articulation. Well, a little sturdy, I mean a little stiff, but there's nothing wrong with that. And he even has a fun gimmick where there's a button. See if I can show it off. Where is it? Ah, there. There's a button on the shoulder, as you can see there. You press it and he fires off his rocket punch. I don't know how, but Tamashii Nations just fucking nailed it with this guy. Absolutely the #1 spot for me is this guy. Mazinger Z from Tamashii Nations, the 50th anniversary. Soul of Chokogan, or however the hell you pronounce it. Nonetheless, #1 goes to this guy. The #1 spot goes to this guy. And it's honestly not even close. I'm not even joking, honestly. This guy, not even my best figure of the year, my best figure out of my entire collection. My entire collection. This guy's my #1. I'm not even joking, man. Man, this guy is... I don't know how they did it, but they fucking nailed it with this guy. And they're about to release their Great Mazinger version. And I cannot wait to have that guy in my collection. But nonetheless, Mazinger Z from Tamashii Nations, Soul of Chokogan, 50th anniversary. My #1 figure of 2024. Here it is, folks. Here you have it. And yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. So that was my top 10 figures of 2024. I definitely got quite a good amount of figures this year. Awesome figures to have in my collection. But this guy absolutely takes the cake for me. Man. I don't know how they did it with this guy, but they fucking nailed it with this guy. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up my video. So that was my top 10 figures of 2024. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and or subscribe. You have a good one. Happy holidays, everyone. New Year's Eve is upon us. The new year is literally right upon us, and which also means my birthday is right around the corner. On Tuesday, the 31st, is my birthday. So yeah, fun stuff, I guess. But nonetheless, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time on the next video. So peace.